Hello and welcome to Ego Monk. This is Leading with Women, and today joining us is Ramya Rajaram. Ramya Rajaram is the co-founder of Top Note Perfume, which is an artisanal fragrance brand which is consciously skin and animal friendly. Previously a digital marketing specialist, Ramya worked with consumer-centric brands and helped them connect to their communities with high-quality campaigns. Thank you so much for joining us, Ramya. So let's get straight to it. Top Note launched recently and has mostly been in the digital domains. So what are your future plans for your product, and is it going to hit retail stores soon?
Yes, we will be in retail spots soon. We were waiting for the country to heal a bit, and then we're in talks with leading retailers in India for the same. We will continue to keep our digital game strong, and once things start to look positive, we will have many pop-ups in various cities. We're mainly looking at Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, Pune for this. Our women's perfume is called Love on the Beat. It's a floral woody perfume. It starts with citrus and bergamot and then intertwines with the floral softness of tuberoses and orange blossom, and then it settles down on a woody base, and it has an overpowering vanilla dose in it. And this has been our bestseller.
No, it absolutely sounds luxurious. So the luxury segment in general is a fiercely competitive and brand conscious industry. How are you trying to differentiate and succeed in this?
The Indian luxury market is seeing a drastic shift. People are moving away from loud purchases to self indulgence. They want to see product authenticity and an experiential value rather than a logo. This is why an artisanal perfume brand like Top Note has an opportunity now. We spent a lot of time with our experienced perfumers to come up with this progressive line for the millennials. And we think the market is absolutely ready for it. What are our differentiating factors? One is our high quality ingredients and that we're toxin free and that all our ingredients are ethically sourced. This would be one point. And the second one is that our prices are competitive. We are a brand that brings luxury to you at an unintimidating price.
Talking about marketing is usually the single largest expense item for both luxury and D2C brands. So for you, is this true? What has been the major cost that you have had to encounter?
Rahi, I would say there's been two major costs. One is manufacturing, which is where our initial funds got consumed, and second is the marketing aspects.
What about the channels that are working for you?
We are currently promoting our website www.topnoteperfume.com, and we are using tools like Instagram, Facebook, and Google to reach to our audience.
What about your customer acquisition cost?
Our cost per acquisition is almost 45% of our cost price of our perfume. Yes, it's very high at the moment.
How are you driving lead generation?
We are doing lead generation ads on Instagram and Facebook. It's a great place to reach to your audience. The engagement has been good so far. We are using rich storytelling as one of our tools. I'm also a digital marketeer, and we're using rich storytelling visuals for our Instagram and Facebook. And traditional PR-driven articles also are helping us reach our audience.
So essentially, you are applying a healthy mix of the good old proven methods, and you're also implementing modern tech-savvy methods. So as the co-founder of Top Note Perfume, what would be two brief insights that you would like to share with other aspiring female founders in this industry?
The two aspects that I would like to share from my experience is that one, overcome your doubts. When we started the journey of Top Note Perfume, we sat with our experienced perfumers to understand the art of perfume making. This was our research and learning period, and we had to get it right because our product had to be right and perfect. At the same time, We were quite unsure of how we would pull out the finances to launch an e commerce company. We achieved both. And that's why it's always important to overcome your doubts. The second one I would say is ask for help. The industry is filled with people who are experienced and who want to help. I'm personally part of Catalyst for Women Entrepreneurship, India's Ladies League, and Women Economic Forum. At these spaces, you can network and meet mentors. This would be a great stepping stone for budding entrepreneurs.
As a last question to you, Ramya, why is animal testing and unsustainable manufacturing still such a large part of the fashion and cosmetic industry, despite the mainstream discourse against it?
You know, Rahi, it depends on the personal ethics and standards of the founder. When you start a product, you have to ask yourself, what is it going to stand for? What do you envision for your brand? We were very clear from the start it's going to be a vegan perfume, cruelty free, and animal friendly. When we onboarded our vendors, we made sure they had their ISO certificate in place. As a nation at the moment, we can strengthen our campaign against animal testing and unsustainable manufacturing. India is one of the first countries in the Southeast Asia to ban animal testing, and we're on the right track there. I think for brands to follow the rules and regulations laid out, and if there has been any faltering, they should be strictly punished. This can have a real change in the industry.
I really hope so. Thank you so much, Ramya, for joining us.
Thank you, Rahi, for having me on the show. And I really love this series. I'm looking forward to seeing the other participants in it. And good luck to you for the future.